we have ShotSpotter. We've talked about facial recognition. We've talked about Project Greenlight, and now we have Detroit Rewards TV.
Yeah, so to give like the brief summary, Detroit Rewards TV is the name's a little bit misleading because it's not just a TV show, but it's a website and a TV program that gives information on ongoing, Detroit police investigations, and it gives people the chance to earn money by providing tips to the police. And they do that by actually providing the tips to Crime Stoppers of Michigan. They're a nonprofit that's been working with the police department for nearly 30 years on getting people to provide information on cases.
What was the deciding factor, or what pushed DPD to allocate resources, financial resources, to this Detroit Rewards TV program?
I think DPD realized a while ago that they're best at solving crimes when they have the support and the help of the community. And Crime Stoppers of Michigan has been helping them get information on cases for a long time now. So that part of it isn't necessarily new, but I think the department, they wanted to reach people where they're at, and they figured if we give them a TV program that they can tune into regularly and see information about the cases that we're looking for info on, or if they can go to a website and just see, okay, these are the kinds of cases that we're trying to solve right now, do you know anything about them? It gives the community kind of a chance to weigh in on and provide input on cases that are actually happening in their community. And I think that's one of the things DPD's really been trying to focus on in the past couple of years, is making residents understand that, the fight against violent crime is something that it's not just the police, it's not just the criminals, it's everyone in between.
Is there any evidence that programs like these actually help solve crimes? Does it help reduce crime rates? What is the outcome of stuff like this, or do we know yet?
We don't know yet, and I think that's like the short, easy answer. We do know that the department did look at some examples from other cities to see, all right, how do these rewards programs typically work? Detroit kind of did their own thing, with having a TV program and a website. They kind of decided, oh, we're going to do it a little bit differently than we've seen it done before, just so it kind of has our own unique spin on it. So we don't know exactly how it will work here, but the chief and other people in the department are really happy with the idea that people in the community who've been fed up with crime rates and with shootings and carjackings in their area can now directly help the police solve those issues.
Is it a concern that majority of the people who are on the website are African-American young men, and the photos aren't always the clearest because they're usually security camera photos? Have they expressed any concern about misidentification or over policing, or any of the ancillary things that go along with posting people's faces, potential criminals' faces, along with a dollar amount for what's essentially a almost a bounty?
Yeah, the department hasn't expressed any concern about that. That's something that me, as a reporter who's been critical of the department, has a little bit of concern about, because there is the financial incentive to report things now. But again, it's one of those, it's too soon to tell things. I could personally see some bad things happening with it. I could see some misidentification being a possibility, just like with facial recognition. But I think the department has policies in place that, at the very least, if someone is misidentified, it wouldn't necessarily lead directly to a wrongful arrest.
Do you think that this is a worthwhile endeavor, or do you think that maybe the effort should be put more towards the image of police to get more people to want to cooperate? Is there a better way or a better thing that they could be focusing on right now?
This maneuver, this initiative kind of signals to me that they do want to work with the community, and they do want residents to, feel comfortable reporting things that they know are happening that are wrong. And I don't have any problems with that part of it. I think the thing to be careful of is to not just spread traumatic Black stories for the sake of spreading traumatic Black stories. And luckily for me, I do get the sense that they're spreading these stories because they're trying to get help solving these crimes and bring closure to families. It doesn't necessarily come off as though they're sensationalizing Black trauma just for the sake of doing it.
What are some of the things that you'll be keeping an eye on as we learn more about the program as it develops?
So you kind of hit on it earlier. I'll be looking out for things like wrongful arrests. I'll be looking out for some of the, like you said, there's a dollar amount next to these pictures. Does that wrongfully incentivize people to report things that might not actually be violent crimes or might not be that serious type of crime just for the reward money? As with any system where money is involved, people might try to corrupt it. So I'll be looking out for those kinds of things as like on a watchdog level. But for the time being, everyone in the department seems really excited about it. Crime Stopper seems really excited about it. So we'll just keep an eye out and see if, it goes well or it doesn't go well.